The 7 levels of female characters in Marvel explained. Level 1. Skilled Warriors. Black Widow, created by Stan Lee, Don Rico, and Don Heck, Natasha Romanoff made her first appearance in Tales of Suspense number 52 in April 1964 as an antagonist of Iron Man. Initially portrayed as a Soviet spy and femme fatale sent to seduce Tony Stark and steal his technology, the Black Widow debuted during the height of the Cold War as one of Marvel's earliest female characters. Her transformation from villain to hero occurred in The Avengers number 30 in 1966, when she defected to the United States and began her path toward becoming one of Earth's mightiest heroes. It wasn't until her appearance in The Amazing Spider-Man number 86 in 1970 that she received her iconic black bodysuit costume that would become her signature look for decades to come. Trained in the notorious Red Room program, Natasha Romanoff possesses peak human physical conditioning combined with extensive combat training that makes her one of the most formidable hand-to-hand combatants in the Marvel Universe. Her skill set includes mastery of multiple martial arts disciplines, expertise with various weapons, exceptional marksmanship, and elite espionage capability. While she lacks superhuman abilities, her physical prowess is enhanced by a variant of the Super Soldier Serum, which grants her slowed aging and enhanced healing. Her greatest asset, however, remains her brilliant tactical mind and her ability to outthink opponents who may surpass her in raw power. As a longtime member of both SHIELD and the Avengers, Black Widow has proven time and again that determination and skill can triumph over superpowered adversaries. Elektra. Frank Miller created Elektra Natchios as a one-off character for Daredevil number 168 in January 1981, though her impact would extend far beyond that single appearance. Miller based the character's appearance on bodybuilder Lisa Lyon and actress Bo Derek, while drawing inspiration from the Greek tragedy character Elektra and the Elektra complex. Originally intended as a brief addition to Matt Murdock's past, Elektra resonated so strongly with readers that Miller continued developing her character throughout his legendary Daredevil run. Her story arc culminated in the iconic Daredevil number 181 in 1982, where she met her apparent death at the hands of Bullseye in one of comics' most memorable moments, though she would later be resurrected in Daredevil number 190 in 1983. Armed with her signature twin Psi and dressed in her distinctive red outfit, Elektra stands as one of Marvel's most dangerous assassins and martial artists. Her training under Stick, the same sensei who taught Daredevil, elevated her combat abilities to superhuman levels despite possessing no actual superpowers. She can deflect bullets, take on multiple opponents simultaneously, and has demonstrated the ability to defeat characters far more powerful than herself through superior technique and strategy. Her connection to the mystical ninja organization known as the Hand further enhances her already formidable skills with knowledge of resurrection techniques and dark magic. Elektra's journey from college student to assassin to hero showcases her as a character defined by both her lethality and her constant struggle between her darker impulses and her desire for redemption. Level 2. Enhanced abilities. Jessica Jones. Writer Brian Michael Bendis and artist Michael Gaydos created Jessica Jones for Alias number 1, which debuted in November 2001 as the flagship title of Marvel's Max imprint. This was groundbreaking as Alias became the first Marvel comic with an explicit content rating, allowing for mature storytelling that explored trauma, abuse, and psychological depth. Bendis originally conceived the series around Jessica Drew, but ultimately created an entirely new character with Jessica Jones, giving her a distinct voice and background. The series ran for 28 issues until 2004 and established Jessica as a former superhero turned private investigator, providing a noir detective perspective on the Marvel Universe that had never been explored before. Jessica's origin reveals she gained her powers as a teenager when a car accident involving experimental chemicals left her in a coma. Upon awakening, she discovered superhuman strength capable of lifting several tons, enhanced durability that makes her resistant to physical injury, and the ability to fly, though she rarely uses this power due to lack of confidence and control. What truly defines Jessica, however, is her status as a survivor of the mind-controlling villain, Purple Man, an experience that left her with severe PTSD and led to her retirement from costumed heroism. Operating alias investigations from her office in Hell's Kitchen, she applies her powers and detective skills to cases involving the superhuman community. Her relationship with Luke Cage eventually led to marriage and motherhood, making her one of the few Marvel characters to have a fully developed personal life beyond superheroics. Gamora. Jim Starlin created Gamora for her first appearance in Strange Tales number 180 in June 1975, introducing her as the deadliest woman in the galaxy. Starlin, who also created Thanos and Drax the Destroyer, developed Gamora as part of his cosmic mythology during his work on the Warlock series. She appeared again in Strange Tales number 181 and throughout Warlock volumes in 1975 to 1976, though her name wasn't revealed until her second appearance. Starlin designed her as a counterpoint to Thanos, embodying a deadly assassin with a tragic backstory that would drive her character development for decades. Her early appearances established her as a complex figure caught between her role as Thanos' weapon and her own moral compass. Gamora is the last survivor of the Zenhobri race, massacred by the Universal Church of Truth when she was a child. Thanos adopted her and used advanced technology to transform her into the perfect weapon, cybernetically enhancing her physical capabilities to superhuman levels. Her strength allows her to go toe-to-toe with beings far larger than herself, while her agility and reflexes border on precognitive. She's a master of virtually every form of hand-to-hand combat and weapons use, with her signature Godslayer sword being capable of killing cosmic entities. Beyond her physical enhancements, Gamora possesses an accelerated healing factor that allows her to recover from injuries that would kill normal beings. Trained since childhood in the arts of assassination, she earned her reputation as the galaxy's most dangerous woman through countless successful missions. Though her time with the Guardians of the Galaxy has shown she's capable of being so much more than Thanos' weapon. X-23, writer Craig Kyle created Laura Kinney for the animated series X-Men: Evolution, where she first appeared in the episode X-23 in 2003. However, her comic book debut came in NYX number 3 in February 2004. Written by Joe Quesada, with art by Joshua Middleton. Kyle and his writing partner Christopher Yost developed X-23 as an attempt to create a Wolverine character to connect more to the younger kids, inverting Logan's experience by creating a young girl shackled to the murders she's committed, whose entire life revolved around the project that made her a killer. Her origin story, detailed in the X-23 and Innocence Lost miniseries in 2005 by Kyle and Yost, revealed the horrific circumstances of her creation and the abuse she endured as a living weapon. Unlike Wolverine, Laura has 2 adamantium claws in each hand and 1 in each foot, making her combat style distinct from her genetic template. Laura possesses all of Wolverine's mutant abilities, including a powerful healing factor that allows her to recover from virtually any wound and grants her immunity to poisons and diseases. Her adamantium-coated claws can cut through nearly any substance, and her enhanced senses give her tracking abilities that rival Wolverine's own. However, what makes X-23 particularly dangerous is her training. Raised as an assassin from birth by the facility, a Weapon X offshoot, she's a more skilled and efficient fighter than Logan, with knowledge of pressure points and killing techniques that make her devastatingly effective in combat. Her tragic past includes a trigger scent that sent her into an uncontrollable berserker rage, forcing her to kill her own mother, Dr. Sarah Kinney, who named her Laura with her dying words. As both Wolverine's clone and his adopted daughter, Laura has struggled to define herself beyond her purpose as a weapon, eventually earning her place among the X-Men and even taking up the Wolverine mantle herself in all-new Wolverine. Level 3. Versatile Mutants. Kitty Pryde. Created by writer Chris Claremont and artist John Byrne, Catherine Kitty Pryde debuted in Uncanny X-Men number 129 in January 1980 as a 13-year-old mutant whose powers had just manifested. She was recruited to join the X-Men by Professor Xavier and quickly became one of the team's most beloved members despite her young age. Kitty represented a new generation of X-Men, arriving during Claremont's legendary run that would define the franchise for decades. Her character broke new ground as one of the first teenage superheroes to be portrayed with realistic concerns about school, relationships, and growing up while also saving the world. Over the years, she's gone by various code names including Sprite, Ariel, Shadowcat, and Star-Lord. Kitty's primary mutant ability allows her to phase through solid matter by shifting the molecules of her body and anything she's touching into an intangible state. This power extends beyond simple phasing. She can walk on air by phasing through it, disrupt electronic systems by phasing through them, and even phase other people and objects. When she phases through electrical systems, she disrupts their operation, making her particularly effective against technology-based threats. Her relationship with Lockheed, a small alien dragon who became her constant companion, adds another dimension to her capability. Beyond her mutant powers, Kitty is a genius-level intellect with expertise in computer science and engineering, often serving as the X-Men's technology specialist. She's also proven herself as a capable leader, having led teams like Excalibur and the British X-Men, and even spent time as the Star-Lord of the Guardians of the Galaxy. Her growth from wide-eyed teenager to confident leader represents one of the most complete character arcs in X-Men history. Psylocke. Betsy Braddock first appeared in Captain Britain number 8 in December 1976, created by writer Chris Claremont and artist Herb Trimpe. Initially introduced as the telepathic sister of Captain Britain, She operated in a support role before being abducted to the Mojoverse and given bionic eyes that enhanced her powers. Her transformation into the Ninja Warrior Psylocke occurred when she joined the X-Men, and her mind was placed into the body of Japanese assassin Kwanin in Uncanny X-Men, number 256 in 1989. A controversial storyline that defined the character for decades. Chris Claremont and Jim Lee's work on her redesign created one of the most visually striking X-Men characters, complete with her signature psychic katana and ninja ability. Psylocke possesses incredibly powerful telepathic abilities that she can focus into devastating attacks, most notably her psychic knife, a focused blade of telepathic energy that she describes as the focused totality of my telepathic powers. This weapon can incapacitate opponents instantly by disrupting their neural pathways or even kill by severing their consciousness from their body. Beyond her telepathy, she developed strong telekinetic powers that she channels through her body to enhance her physical abilities, creating telekinetic katanas and other weapons at will. Her martial arts training, combined with her psychic powers, makes her one of the X-Men's most dangerous hand-to-hand combatants. She can anticipate opponents' moves through limited precognition, strike with superhuman force through telekinetic enhancement, and defend against both physical and psychic attacks simultaneously. Her time as an assassin for the Hand and her experience working with various X-Men teams have honed her into a warrior who seamlessly blends Eastern martial philosophy with Western superhero ideals. Emma Frost. Created by writer Chris Claremont and artist John Byrne, Emma Frost made her first appearance in Uncanny X-Men number 129 in January 1980, debuting alongside Kitty Pryde in the same issue. Initially introduced as the White Queen of the Hellfire Club and a villain who opposed the X-Men, Emma was a powerful telepath who used her abilities for personal gain and operated the Massachusetts Academy as a front for training young mutants as weapons. Her character underwent significant development over the years, particularly in Grant Morrison's New X-Men run, 2001 to 2004, where she joined the X-Men as a teacher and became one of the franchise's most complex and morally ambiguous characters. Her evolution from villain to anti-hero to hero represents one of the most compelling redemption arcs in Marvel Comics. Emma Frost is one of the most powerful telepaths on Earth, with mental abilities that rival those of Professor X and Jean Grey. She can read minds, project her thoughts, control others' actions, create realistic telepathic illusions, and even shut down opponents' minds entirely. Her secondary mutation manifested years after her telepathy, allowing her to transform her entire body into organic diamond. In this diamond form, she becomes virtually indestructible with superhuman strength and immunity to telepathic attacks, though she cannot access her own telepathic powers while transformed. This dual nature power set makes her incredibly versatile in combat. She can dominate mentally as a telepath or physically as a diamond. Beyond her powers, Emma is a brilliant businesswoman and tactician who has run both the Hellfire Club and the X-Men School. Her sharp wit, no-nonsense attitude, and willingness to make morally gray decisions for the greater good set her apart from more traditional heroes. Her relationship with Cyclops and her role as headmistress of the Xavier School demonstrate her commitment to protecting and training young mutants, even as she maintains her characteristically ruthless approach to threats. Level 4. Powerhouses. She-Hulk. Stan Lee and artist John Buscema created Jennifer Walters, better known as She-Hulk, for the Savage She-Hulk #1 in February 1980. The character's origin stems from an emergency blood transfusion from her cousin Bruce Banner after Jennifer, a lawyer, was shot by criminals she was prosecuting. The gamma-irradiated blood transformed her into She-Hulk, but unlike her cousin, Jennifer retained her intelligence and personality while transformed. This crucial difference made her unique among Hulk-related characters and allowed for stories that explored themes of empowerment rather than just uncontrollable rage. John Byrne's run on the sensational She-Hulk in 1989 famously broke the fourth wall and established much of her personality as confident, fun-loving, and self-aware, traits that have defined the character ever since. She-Hulk possesses Class 100 strength, meaning she can lift over 100 tons with no defined upper limit to her power. While generally less powerful than her cousin the Hulk in his base form, Jennifer has the advantage of maintaining her intelligence and legal expertise while transformed, making her a cerebral fighter who uses strategy along with raw strength. Her powers include superhuman durability that makes her virtually impervious to conventional weapons, a healing factor that allows her to recover from severe injuries, and stamina that lets her exert herself at peak capacity for extended periods. Unlike Bruce Banner, Jennifer embraces her transformation and prefers to remain a She-Hulk most of the time, as it represents her ideal self, powerful, confident, and uninhibited. Her career as a lawyer specializing in superhuman law cases makes her uniquely valuable to the superhero community, able to navigate both courtrooms and battlefields with equal skill. She's been a core member of the Avengers, the Fantastic Four, and led her own teams, proving that intelligence and strength aren't mutually exclusive. In recent years, her savage She-Hulk form has emerged during times of extreme stress, showing she too can tap into the rage-fueled power that defines the Hulk legacy. Rogue. Chris Claremont and artist Michael Golden created Rogue for Avengers Annual Number 10 in 1981, where she debuted as a villain and member of Mystique's Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. Her power to absorb others' memories, abilities, and life force through skin contact made her a dangerous adversary, but it was her attack on Ms. Marvel, Carol Danvers, that would define her character for years to come. During that encounter, Rogue absorbed Carol's powers permanently, along with fragments of her personality and memory, a trauma that drove Rogue to seek help from Professor Xavier. Her redemption arc began in Uncanny X-Men number 171 in 1983 when she joined the X-Men, becoming one of the team's most popular and powerful members, despite her villainous origins and the constant danger her powers posed to those around her. Rogue's mutant ability to absorb the powers, memories, and life force of anyone she touches makes her one of the most versatile characters in the Marvel Universe. When she permanently absorbed Ms. Marvel's powers, she gained superhuman strength, capable of lifting over 100 tons, invulnerability to most physical harm, and the ability to fly at supersonic speeds. She later absorbed powers from Wonder Man, adding to her already formidable abilities. For years, Rogue couldn't control her absorption power, making physical contact lethal to others and denying her normal human relationships. This tragic aspect of her character, possessing immense power while being unable to touch another human being without harming them, created one of the X-Men's most poignant ongoing storylines. Through training and experience, she eventually gained some control over her abilities, though the psychological burden of absorbing others' memories and personalities continues to affect her. Her southern charm and fierce loyalty to the X-Men, combined with her immense power, have made her a team leader and one of the most enduring X-Men characters. Her relationship with Gambit has been central to her character development, as they've struggled to overcome the barriers her powers create. Level 5. Cosmic Level Heroes. Captain Marvel. Carol Danvers, the current Captain Marvel, first appeared as an Air Force officer in Marvel Superheroes number 13 in March 1968, created by writer Roy Thomas and artist Gene Colan. However, her transformation into Ms. Marvel occurred in Ms. Marvel number 1 in January 1977, created by Jerry Conway and John Buscema, when an explosion merged her DNA with that of the Kree hero Mar-Vell. As Ms. Marvel, she became one of Marvel's first female solo heroes with her own ongoing series. In 2012, writer Kelly Sue DeConnick elevated the character by having Carol assume the Captain Marvel mantle in Captain Marvel number 1, a symbolic promotion that acknowledged her as one of Marvel's premier heroes. This rebranding revolutionized the character and sparked a massive surge in popularity that led to her becoming the face of Marvel's cosmic adventures. As a human-Kree hybrid, Captain Marvel possesses incredible cosmic powers that place her among the strongest heroes in the Marvel Universe. She can absorb and redirect various forms of energy, including electricity, radiation, and even magical energy, using it to enhance her already superhuman strength and durability or fire devastating photon blasts. Her binary form, access to when absorbing massive amounts of energy, allows her to tap into the energy of a white hole, granting her the ability to generate and control stellar energies at will. She can fly at faster than light speeds in space, survive in vacuum without protection, and her cosmic awareness gives her limited precognition and enhanced spatial perception. Beyond her powers, Carol's military background and leadership experience make her a natural team commander. She's led the Avengers and the Ultimates, and serves as Earth's primary defender against cosmic-level threats. Her journey from Air Force pilot to one of the universe's most powerful beings represents the ultimate evolution of a human who refused to accept limitations, making her an inspirational figure both within the Marvel Universe and to readers. Invisible Woman. Stan Lee and Jack Kirby created Susan Storm for Fantastic Four number 1 in November 1961, making her Marvel's first female superhero. Initially portrayed primarily through her relationship with Reed Richards and her role as team member, Sue's character has evolved dramatically over the decades from demure girlfriend to one of Marvel's most powerful heroes. Her powers initially seemed limited to invisibility, leading to her being somewhat underestimated, but writers gradually revealed the true extent of her ability. Under John Byrne's run in the 1980s and subsequent writers, Sue's force field abilities became central to her power set, transforming her from a support character into the Fantastic Four's most formidable member. The Invisible Woman's ability to manipulate invisible psionic energy allows her to create force fields of virtually any size or shape, limited only by her concentration and willpower. These force fields can withstand nuclear explosions, contain cosmic entities, and block attacks from beings as powerful as the Hulk or Galactus. She can create offensive force constructs, using them as battering rams, blades, or barriers to trap opponents. Her force fields can be projected inside objects or people, allowing her to destroy targets from within. A devastating application that makes her potentially one of the most dangerous heroes in the Marvel Universe. Beyond force field generation, her invisibility powers extend to bending light and electromagnetic radiation around herself and others, making detection virtually impossible. She's demonstrated the ability to render other objects and people invisible, create invisible force platforms to walk on air, and even cloak the Fantastic Four's headquarters from detection. Her most impressive feat was killing a Celestial by expanding a force field inside its armor, a demonstration of power that places her among Marvel's elite. As the heart and soul of the Fantastic Four, Sue's emotional strength matches her incredible powers, making her both the team's most powerful member and its essential emotional anchor. Storm. Writer Len Wein and artist Dave Cockrum created Ororo Monroe for Giant-Size X-Men #1 in May 1975, introducing her as part of the new international team of X-Men that would revitalize the franchise. Storm's background as an orphan who grew up on the streets of Cairo, was worshipped as a goddess in Kenya, and eventually joined the X-Men, made her one of Marvel's most unique and culturally significant characters. As one of the first major black female superheroes in comics, Storm broke barriers and became an iconic figure, both within the X-Men franchise and in popular culture. Chris Claremont's long run on Uncanny X-Men developed her character extensively, showing her growth from uncertain newcomer to confident leader who commanded the X-Men with grace and power. Storm possesses the mutant ability to control all aspects of weather on a planetary scale, able to summon lightning, create hurricanes, generate blizzards, or clear skies with equal ease. Her powers stem from her psychic connection to Earth's biosphere, allowing her to sense and manipulate atmospheric conditions instinctively. She can fly by creating wind currents, generate lightning bolts of incredible power, and even create localized weather phenomena with surgical precision. Recent revelations establish Storm as an avatar of life, connecting her to cosmic entities like eternity and infinity, greatly amplifying her already godlike powers. In this enhanced state, she's demonstrated the ability to harm abstract cosmic beings and access power levels that rival Thor's divine might. Her connection to the weather is so intrinsic that extreme emotional states can unconsciously trigger atmospheric changes, though her training under Professor Xavier gave her the control to prevent such incidents. Beyond her Omega-level mutant abilities, Storm is a master tactician and leader who has commanded the X-Men, led nations, and been worshipped as a goddess. Her time as Queen of Wakanda through her marriage to Black Panther added political acumen to her already impressive resume. Claustrophobia resulting from childhood trauma remains her one psychological weakness, stemming from being buried alive under rubble that killed her parents. Level 6, Reality Warp. Jean Grey. Stan Lee and Jack Kirby created Jean Grey for X-Men #1 in September 1963, establishing her as one of the original 5 X-Men and Professor Xavier's first female student. Initially using the codename Marvel Girl with basic telekinetic powers, Jean's true potential remained locked until her encounter with the Phoenix Force in X-Men #101 in 1976. Chris Claremont and Dave Cockrum's Dark Phoenix saga transformed Jean into one of Marvel's most powerful and complex characters, as the cosmic entity amplified her abilities to godlike levels before corrupting her. The storyline culminated in X-Men #137 with her sacrifice, creating one of comics' most iconic moments. While Jean has died and returned numerous times, each resurrection explores different aspects of her incredible power and her eternal connection to the Phoenix Force. Jean Grey is an Omega-level mutant with vast telepathic and telekinetic abilities that place her among Marvel's most powerful psychics even without the Phoenix Force. Her telepathy allows her to read minds across vast distances, project thoughts, create realistic mental illusions, and completely shut down opponents' minds. Her telekinesis lets her manipulate matter at the molecular level, fly at supersonic speeds, generate force fields, and reshape the environment around her. When merged with the Phoenix Force, Jean becomes nearly omnipotent. She can manipulate matter and energy on a cosmic scale, resurrect herself from death, traverse space and time, and access the life force of the entire universe. As the Dark Phoenix, she consumed a star and destroyed an entire planetary system, demonstrating power that threatened the fabric of reality itself. The Phoenix Force connection makes her functionally immortal, as it will always resurrect her when she dies. Jean's greatest strength, however, lies not in her raw power, but in her humanity and compassion, which allow her to wield cosmic might without losing herself completely. Her relationships with Cyclops and Wolverine, her role as mentor to younger mutants, and her constant struggle to control the Phoenix Force make her one of the X-Men's most essential members. When Jean Grey reaches her full potential, she becomes a cosmic force capable of remaking reality itself, though she consistently chooses to use her power to protect rather than dominate. Scarlet Witch. Stan Lee and Jack Kirby created Wanda Maximoff for X-Men #4 in March 1964, initially introducing her alongside her brother Quicksilver as members of Magneto's Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. The siblings reformed and joined the Avengers in Avengers #16 in 1965, beginning Wanda's evolution from villain to hero. Her character underwent significant development over decades, but it was Steve Englehart's 1970s Avengers run and Kurt Busiek's work in the 1990s that explored the mystical nature of her powers. Brian, Michael Bendis's House of M storyline in 2005, definitively established Scarlet Witch as one of Marvel's most powerful beings, capable of altering reality on a universal scale. Her journey from mutant to revealed magical being has been retconned multiple times, but her status as a reality warper remains constant. Scarlet Witch wields chaos magic, one of the most unpredictable and powerful forms of magic in the Marvel Universe. Her hex powers initially manifested as probability manipulation, allowing her to cause unlikely events to occur and create bad luck for opponents. But training with Agatha Harkness revealed the true scope of her ability. Wanda can alter reality itself, rewrite the fundamental laws of physics, and reshape existence according to her will. She demonstrated the ultimate expression of this power in House of M when she created an alternate reality and later decimated the mutant population with 3 words: "No more mutants," depowering millions of mutants worldwide. As a Nexus being, Wanda serves as an anchor point for her reality, giving her immense importance in the multiverse. Her reality warping abilities allow her to alter timelines, resurrect the dead, create life from nothing, and manipulate probability on a universal scale. Unlike other magic users who draw power from external sources, Wanda's chaos magic comes from within her, making her powers nearly limitless when she fully embraces them. However, her greatest weakness has always been her mental state. Her powers are intrinsically linked to her emotions, and psychological trauma can cause her to lose control with catastrophic consequences. Her relationship with Vision, the deaths and resurrections of her twin children, and her manipulation by various forces have all contributed to breakdowns that threatened all of existence. When stable and properly trained, Scarlet Witch ranks among the most powerful magic users ever, capable of matching cosmic entities and abstract forces. Level 7. Godlike Beings. Hela, Stan Lee, and Jack Kirby created Hela for Journey into Mystery, #102 in March 1964, basing her on Hel from Norse mythology. As the Asgardian goddess of death, Hela rules over the realms of Hel and Niflheim, 2 of the 9 realms where the dead of Asgard reside. Her origin has been retconned multiple times, but she's consistently portrayed as one of the most powerful beings in the Marvel Universe with dominion over death itself. The character received significant development during Jason Aaron's Thor run, and her portrayal as Odin's firstborn daughter in the MCU introduced new elements to her mythology. In recent comics, particularly the 2023 Blood of the Fathers storyline, her true origins were revealed, showing her connection to both Odin and Loki across different timelines. Hela possesses power over life and death that makes her virtually unstoppable within her realms and formidable even beyond them. She can kill Asgardians and other immortals with a single touch, drawing their spirits from their bodies and claiming their souls for her domain. Her touch of death works on beings far more powerful than her, as she can simply choose to end their existence. Beyond this ultimate ability, Hela can project mystical energy blasts capable of killing gods, levitate, create illusions, and perform various magical feats. Her Hand of Glory technique channels mystical energy through her hand to create strikes powerful enough to rend even the strongest Asgardian flesh. She can raise armies of the dead, summon her giant wolf Fenris, and command the spirits within her realm. Hela's power is directly tied to Asgard, so the closer she is to Asgard, the more powerful she becomes, which is why Odin imprisoned her outside the realm for millennia. Without her magic cloak, half of Hela's body appears dead and decayed, and she loses most of her powers, becoming so weak she cannot even stand. With her cloak, however, she possesses superhuman strength exceeding most Asgardians, can match Thor in combat, and has destroyed Mjolnir with her bare hands. Her immortality, mastery of dark magic, and absolute dominion over death make her one of the few beings that even Odin feared. She's battled Thor and the combined might of Asgard countless times, and it typically requires the destruction of Asgard itself to stop her ambition. Her recent role as the Queen in Black saw her seize Knoll's throne, demonstrating that her ambitions extend beyond Asgard to cosmic domination. Captain Universe. The Uni-Power, which creates Captain Universe, first appeared in Micronauts number 8 in August 1979, created by writer Bill Mantlo and artist Michael Golden. Unlike other heroes, Captain Universe is not a single individual, but rather the Enigma Force, a sentient cosmic entity that bonds with different hosts throughout the Marvel Universe during times of great need. The entity has empowered countless individuals, from ordinary humans to established superheroes, always choosing hosts who need the power to combat threats to the universe itself. Tamara DeVoe became the most significant modern host when she bonded with the Uni-Power during Jonathan Hickman's Avengers run, appearing in Avengers number 1 in 2013. As Captain Universe, she helped the Avengers defend the multiverse from destruction, showcasing the true scope of the Uni-Power's cosmic might. Captain Universe wields the Uni-Power, one of the most potent forces in the entire Marvel Universe, granting its host abilities that rival the Cosmic Cube and the Infinity Gauntlet. The Enigma Force bestows virtually unlimited power, including matter manipulation at an atomic level, energy projection capable of destroying planets, flight at faster-than-light speeds, and cosmic awareness that provides complete knowledge of universal threats. The host can restructure reality, travel through dimensions, and command energy on a scale that allows them to battle Celestials, Galactus, and other cosmic beings as equals. The Uni-Power's strength lies in its ability to perfectly adapt to any threat. It analyzes opponents and grants exactly the right powers needed to overcome them, making Captain Universe effectively unbeatable by conventional means. When Tamara DeVoe bonded with the Enigma Force, she became powerful enough to fight alongside the Avengers during the incursion crisis that threatened to destroy the multiverse. The Uni-Power serves as a universal guardian, protecting eternity itself from corruption and maintaining cosmic balance. Unlike other cosmic entities that pursue their own agendas, the Enigma Force exists solely to protect the universe from existential threats. Its power is second only to the Beyonders in terms of raw strength, making whoever bonds with it one of the most powerful beings in existence for as long as the connection lasts. The fact that it chooses ordinary people as often as established heroes demonstrates that the Uni-Power seeks compatible spirits rather than existing power, making any host potentially the universe's greatest defender. When Captain Universe confronts a threat, victory is almost assured. The only question is what form that victory will take. If you enjoyed learning about Marvel's most powerful women, don't forget to subscribe for more comic book rankings and deep dives into your favorite characters.